it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today, I've decided to build a park. I noticed with the seasons expansion, the roller rinks don't appear in the parks. They appear elsewhere, randomly, in like non-lots of the Sims, but I haven't seen any roller rinks or skating rinks pop up in the actual parks. So I've been renovating some of them for my own personal game, and I decided to do Willow Creek as a speed build and record it. And so here it is. I added just a regular roller rink, I think. So you can use this any time except winter. And then in the winter you'll have to put the ice rink in yourself, so I don't think it automatically changes. Also, my build game currently is still in winter, so I had to use a weather machine with my sim to make it warm for the photo, but that just turned everything into fall. So yeah, the photos at the end, the screenshots of the park they look like they're in the middle of fall. Just roll with it. It's really best for a summer park in my opinion, because I put a little sprinkler system in. I don't know. Okay, there's this park that I used to live near when I was a kid, and one of the things it had was like a giant kiddie sprinkler. It wasn't actually a pool, it was literally just a giant sprinkler, and it had like a little fenced off area and a lifeguard, sort of. It wasn't, I don't think they were professional lifeguards, but yeah, there was like a person working there to make sure that everything was okay, and only kids went into the sprinkler system, and it had like, it was like a giant mini pool without any water in it. So yeah, I don't know if that's anywhere else. To be honest, I don't think I've seen one anywhere else in any other park, but I built that in this park. So you'll see me put a sprinkler and fence it off, and then put a little interesting floor. I think I used like the puzzle mat rubber floor or something to use as the floor in the sprinkler. I don't know. I figure it'll probably work. I actually haven't really played in the sprinklers all that much with any of my Sims, because I only have one family now with a child, and that's my legacy family. So I don't really get to play with all the children things. Like, I still haven't even done the scouts, even though my child has been a child for like, I think a week now. I need to do the scout stuff. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. But yeah, I did it pretty typical park for the most part. I put the playground, I put a basketball court, there's the roller skating rink, which I guess isn't so typical, but you know, and then I put some barbecue little cookers with some picnic benches nearby for a cute little area. I do end up changing things around quite a bit from what they are now. Almost none of these things stay in the same place, except the basketball court and the bathrooms. I did those little separate bathrooms. I tried to keep with the original theme of like the octagonal bathrooms that they have in Willow Creek, but other than that, it looks nothing like it at all. I think I put the wall frame down. Here's the thing. I did a lot of the landscaping off of recording because I knew it was going to take me a long time, and also I had to end the recording for some reason, kind of in the middle of doing something. Like, I actually had to stop recording and leave my house. I can't remember why though now. But anyway, so I didn't really finish the recording. I didn't record the end of me building this when I changed everything, or a few things. For the most part, I changed everything during this recording. Mostly this playground. It looks a hot mess right now, and so it looks much better later. The screenshots are kind of cool in fall too, I have to say. I do wish they were in summer so the flowers would bloom a little bit, but it looks nice anyway. Oh, and there's the sprinkler, by the way. So I think I'm going to spend the rest of the time talking about work because, well, things have been crazy at work, and yeah, things are crazy at work. It's very stressful. To be honest, I don't think I've ever really disliked a job before. I haven't had that many jobs, but I've always just gone to work like, you just gotta, you know? And I don't really, even if I don't like it, and okay, it's not that I dislike it, but I may not enjoy the work, you know, that kind of thing. But I've never really disliked a job where I didn't want to go and I just get really stressed out when I go, and that's kind of happening now. The lady is really ready to go into a full-time care facility. Like, she needs to. She can't be alone anymore, and so that's really stressful for all the workers and her daughter, obviously, who is responsible for her, because we just have to make sure everything is in order so that she can't hurt herself at any time, even if, like, when I leave, the other worker might not be there yet. So she's going to be alone for like 10 to 15 minutes until the other worker comes to watch her in the evening, and those minutes are scary because she can do something in that time. The other day I just left work, and 10 minutes later the daughter called me and asked if I was still there, which I wasn't. I had just left. It was like 5 o'clock. So I said no, and apparently she wasn't answering the phone, so the daughter didn't know where she was or what she was doing, which is great. It's like, oh, where did she get off to this time? Is she wandering around in the road or doing something bad? What happened last week was pretty darn stressful. I've been talking about the dog a little bit lately, how I think he's gonna bite me. Well, yeah, it's bad. She fed him a lot of food the other day, and I told her not to, and she just lies about it and says that, you know, she didn't feed it to him, even though I can see him chewing. And he ended up getting so much food one day when I was there, and I couldn't stop it. And one of the things that she gave him was a chocolate cookie. So the next day when I wasn't working, he ended up getting very sick. Imagine that. And I couldn't do anything about it, and the lady who was there couldn't do anything about it, the other worker. And it's just, we don't know what to do. Like, she's gonna kill the dog. I'm not exaggerating. I wish I was exaggerating. I wish it wasn't as bad as it is, but she's really gonna kill the dog if she continues doing that, sneaking him food like that. When I was there the most recent day, she was about to hand him like a good quarter of her sandwich that we were eating for lunch, and this is the kind of scenario where I'm gonna get bitten, let me tell you. I just like quickly reached my hand right in between the dog and that food, and I like kind of guided her hand back onto the table so that he couldn't grab it, and I was like, no, you can't give him that food. He can't have human food. And so I said, and what her daughter had suggested the other day was just to give him a little bit of dry food at the table if he's being really bad like that, trying to beg, and she wants to feed him. We could just give him a few bits of his food. Well, she took that to mean like almost a full bowl of food. And I was like, okay, fine. He's gonna get an extra meal today, but it's better than him having like a sandwich with cheese and mayonnaise on it and lettuce. And the bread itself isn't good for the dog either. Like, nothing is good for the dog except the ham would be okay, but, you know, he doesn't need that either. He shouldn't have any food. And so she gave him a full bowl of food, and then he continued to beg at the table, so she gave him another bowl of food. And I just let it happen because it's better than the alternative. So, You know, he might get really, really fat, but that's better than him dying. So, yeah. Sorry to end that on a depressing note, but my speed build is about over, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post Sims videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!